Hello, my dear students. This is P. Venkateshwarlu, PGT Physics, in Amda Public School. Okay, I think all of you uh, carefully listening this previous classes means revision class are going on. Okay, so all of you be careful about midterm exam. Okay, so be thorough with the syllabus. If any doubts, call me or come into Zoom live. Okay, ask doubts and clarify your doubts. Okay, in last class, I will explain about last one, that is parallelogram law of vector addition. So, parallelogram law of vector addition, which is very important one. Okay, so coming to now I will discuss about dot product or scalar product. So dot product or scalar product. Okay, so we know that the multiplication or the product of two vectors, the resultant one is scalar. We can say this type of product, we can say scalar product. Okay, so the product of vector is a scalar. This type of product we can say scalar or dot product. Okay, understand my children? So according to scalar product, if two vectors a bar dot b bar, ab cos theta, ab cos theta. Understand? So consider two vectors a vector and b vector. Their angle between them is theta. Okay. So the product of two vector is a scalar. Okay. Understand, my children? Okay. See, by using this dot product, so we can find if these two vectors are perpendicular or not, parallel or not, we have to find. Okay, so the main application of this dot product or scalar product is we have to find the angle between two straight lines, my children. So according to this cos theta is equal to a bar dot b bar by modulus of a modulus of b. Okay, understand? So which is very important formula, which is very important formula. Then examples, my children, examples, dot product examples. Work done is f bar dot s bar is equal to fs cos theta. Magnitude, power, f bar dot b bar is equal to fv cos theta. Okay, understand, my children? Understand? These are the very important one. Okay, so here this dot product, it's may positive, it's may negative, it's may zero, based on the angle between them, angle between two vectors. Understand? So then coming to vector product or cross product, So which is vector product or cross product, which is defined as the product of two vector is a vector. Okay. When we can multiply one vector with another vector, the resultant one, it's become vector. This type of product we can say cross product or vector product. Cross product or vector product. Okay, see here, consider two vectors, a vector and b vector, angle between them theta. So in this case, the product of two vector or cross product is a bar cross b bar is equal to ab sin theta n cap. Okay, n cap is the direction of resultant one. N cap is the direction of resultant one. Okay, the resultant one, it is denoted C. Okay, if two vectors is there, the resultant vector is perpendicular to the both A and B vector. C bar is equal to A bar plus B bar. Okay, understand? So for this two vector, resultant one is always perpendicular. So the direction of resultant vector which gives n cap. So n cap is the unit vector. N cap is the unit vector which gives the direction of resultant vector in which the direction of the resultant vector. Okay, understand that, children? Yes. So then, C bar is equal to A bar plus B bar. So this you can write I, J, K. So Ax, Ay, Az, Bx, By, Bz. Okay, in this way, so we have to write, my children. In this way, we have to write. Okay, the applications of cross product. So we have find the cross product of two parallel or anti-parallel vectors is 0. Okay, by using this, we have to find the area of triangle. Area of triangle, my children. After this, position, displacement and velocity vector. Okay, if a vector which represent position means change in position means one point, which gives displacement and velocity vector. Okay, understand, my children? Velocity vector and acceleration vector. Okay. Yes, position vector. Position vector, it is denoted R. Okay, understand? Changing one point to another point. So it is always xi, yj, zk. Okay, understand? So then coming to displacement vector. Displacement vector, change in position. Delta R is equal to R2 minus R1. Understand? So if it is R1, R2 say X2I, Y2J, Z2K. Okay. So this we have to written displacement vector which is defined as the change in position. Change in position is called displacement, means x2 minus x1 I, y2 minus y1 j plus z2 minus z1 k, z2 minus z1 k. So this we can say displacement vector, my dear children. So coming to velocity vector. So velocity vector, it is defined as the rate of change of displacement vector is called velocity vector. So V bar is equal to Vxi, Vyj, Vzk. Okay, this we can say velocity vector. So velocity vector which is defined as the rate of change of displacement vector which gives velocity vector. So coming to acceleration vector, same. So a vector which represents the acceleration of the particle, so we can say that is acceleration vector. Okay. So next, which is very very important one, projectile motion. Projectile motion. Okay, see here, which is very very important one. Projectile motion is the form of motion in which an object of particle thrown with some initial velocity near the earth surface and it moves along a curved path under the action of gravity along the path followed by the projectile is called trajectory. Okay, see here. So in projectile motion on the surface of the earth we can throw any particle. Okay, any particle like this. Okay, my children. So this is projectile motion. See, this is pen. Okay, that motion is called projectile motion. Understand? X, Y axis. Okay, consider a particle. So which gives some velocity. Okay, the path followed by the particle is called projectile motion. Okay, examples of projectile motion: a tennis ball or a baseball in flight, a bullet fired from a rifle, a body dropped from the window of a moving train. Okay, so some assumptions is there. There is no friction resistance of air. The effect due to rotation of the earth and the curvature of the earth is negligible. Okay, so next mathematical analysis of projectile motion. Mathematical analysis of projectile motion means derivation. Projectile motion, derivation. Okay, already I said. So if you can have any doubts, go through my previous videos. So whatever the links you can have, so you click on the link, the video plays in YouTube. Okay, understand my children? Yes. Okay, this is the x-axis, y-axis. Consider a point. This O you can say point of projection in which the force is applied on the particle. The particle moves in parabola path. Okay, understand? So here in this case, velocity vector which acts in like this, initial velocity which makes some angle theta. Okay, understand? The projection of u vector along x along y, ux equal u cos theta, uy u sin theta. Understand? If this is maximum point, we can say maximum height. Okay, this we can say range. Okay, this point we can say A. Range. The distance between point of projection to end point we can say horizontal range. Okay, see here at everywhere the velocity vector acting horizontally and vertically. Ux, uy. Okay, at the top point there is no vertical velocity, only ux is there. So uy is equal to 0. Okay, uy at this point the vertical motion is 0. Here at the horizontal this is correct. Okay, understand? So here in this process we can get the derivation, very important. Okay, understand my children? This is very important diagram. Once you can go through this, okay, the projection of initial velocity along x, along y, my children. Yes. So this is two-dimensional motion. So we can form two mutual perpendicular axes for getting an expression. Okay. So x and y, along x, along y, my children. So x-axis, along x-axis, along y-axis. So along x-axis, initial velocity ux, final velocity 0, acceleration due to gravity 0. Okay, understand? So now v is equal to u plus at. Okay, final velocity 0. My dear children. Okay, see here. Initial velocity ux cos theta. Here initial velocity along x-axis ux cos theta, final velocity 0. Initial velocity along y-axis is u cos theta. A equal to g. Here a is equal to minus g. Okay, see here this s is equal to x, y. S is equal to y. vertical motion we can say y. Here s is equal to x. S is equal to x. Okay. Understand, my children? V is equal to u plus at. S is equal to ut plus 1 by 2 at square. S is equal to ut plus 1 by 2 at square. S is equal to ut plus 1 by 2 at square. So we can substitute this equation. Yes, x is equal to u cos theta into t, remaining 0. Understand, x equal to u cos theta into t. Then t is equal to x by u cos theta, which is very important one. So by using this, so we can substitute this value in right side, means sy is equal to ut plus 1 by 2 minus g t square. Vertical motion, so we can get the g. Okay, understand? Okay, sy is equal to y is equal to initial velocity. What is initial velocity? U sin theta into t. What is t? X by u cos theta minus 1 by 2 g t square. What is t? X square by u square cos square theta. Okay, rearrange this. U gets cancelled, sin theta by cos theta, tan theta x minus 1 by 2 gx square by 2u square cos square theta. Understand? So now y is equal to this tan theta, it is denoted here, and 1 by 2 g by u square cos square theta, it is denoted b. Okay, understand? So y is equal to ax minus bx square. Y is equal to ax minus bx square. So this equation represent what? Projectile motion. Okay, this equation represent parabola, my children. Yes, parabola. Okay, so and some it is very important concept. Okay, next I will explain small formulas regarding this projectile motion. Range, height, and time of flight t. Okay, so the time taken by a particle from O to A, time of flight, so we can say 2u sin theta by z, 2u sin theta by z. How it comes, we can see previous video. Okay, next maximum height. This maximum height which gives the maximum height which gives u square sin square theta by 2g, and range u square sin 2 theta by g, u square sin 2 theta by g. Understand, my children? R is equal to u square sin 2 theta by g. Understand, my children? Yes, here